Hey family, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, welcome. I'm still trying to bring this information. We know we have the shortest month of the year that we acknowledge Black history. Some people think it should be dealt with and done away with. I don't necessarily think that, because sometimes I see now with, especially the way the Black community has been abused, we're not teaching our children history, because a lot of us don't know it. So it's hard for us to pass on to our children what we need to as a group. And being a part of a country like America that says all is accepted and all is well until you get to a certain kind of black and brown folk, well, you have to still combat information and kind of like debunk it. You know what I mean? You have to say, okay, I can't let this go. Because you said you wanted a country for everybody. And now I got to make you, hold you account to be true to what you said on paper. And that's all Dr. King asked. We want you got to be true to what you said on paper. You know, you can't keep moving the goalposts. And because you created this system, it's up to us to remove it. It really is. So, some people asked, was Columbus a racist? And I'm going to do my best according to, of course, most of my stories are coming out of Dirty Little Secrets by Dr. Claude Anderson. I think it's one of the best books, not only for Negro history, but for a lot of y'all to inform yourselves about our history after we got here. And it's important because we have a great glorious history before this, but this is our history over here in these Americas. Even though we might be indigenous to the land, some riffraff and infidels came and took over. And they didn't appreciate and they didn't respect the same principles and mores and culture that we did. And so they were more aggressive and they dominated. They killed and they murdered and they lamed people and they did all kinds of manners of evil to us when we weren't expecting it. Okay? Because we had spears and they had guns. It's just that simple. Okay, was Columbus a racist? For decades, Christopher Columbus has been regarded by Americans as a hero with a special place in history, a day of honor on the calendars. But contrary to popular myths taught in these white schools, Columbus was not a good guy. And there is serious doubt about his being the first mariner to discover America. His behavior towards native inhabitants qualifies him as the first European to bring racism into the Western world. Records show that Columbus crossed the Atlantic Ocean 3 times, not in search of a new route to Asia for silks and spices, but seeking gold and other precious metals for the Spanish crown. And that's why some of y'all speak Spanish. As a commissioned adventurer, he was promised 10% of the profits, a governorship over newfound lands, and all the fame that went with the title of Admiral of the Sea, said historian Howard Zinn. Accepting their financial assistance and rewarded offers, Columbus promised the crown as much gold as they needed and as many slaves as they asked. When Columbus and his crew arrived in the Caribbean, they used a local Arawak Indians. They used the local Arawak Indians in their maddening search for gold. When the search became futile, Columbus and his angry crew took out their frustrations on the defenseless Arawaks, just like they do now. When they get mad, when they hear some information that's messed up, they take it out on black people. See, history just repeats itself, family. They've been doing this stupid shit. They get mad because they mess up, and then the black community got to get beat down for it. Got to get bombed. Got to get burnt to crisp because they messed up. Just think about how psychotic that mindset is. And if you got somebody in your life that operate like this, if they can't have their way, they burn the whole house down. Well, either you get away from them or they gonna burn your house down. Many Indians were killed and mutilated. Others were driven to suicide. Within 2 years, nearly half of the 250,000 Indians on the island of Haiti were dead. By the year 1515, there were 50,000 Arawaks. By 1550, only 500 remained. A report in 1650 showed that none of the original Arawaks or their descendants were left. Now, although he failed to find gold, Christopher kept his promise to deliver slaves to the Spanish crown. So, all of you Puerto Ricans that want to know, y'all want to know how you became Puerto Ricans. Columbus, when he stole y'all asses and took you to the Queen in Spain, and you were enslaved by them, you spoke their language. It's not your language. And by you being mixed with the Spaniards, you speak Spanish. Real easy. Because they dropped us off all over the place. These crazies. These psychopaths. These narcissists. Infidels. Okay? Dropped us off. That's why you have, Brazil. You got black people. You got black people all over the earth. But where they were colonized, they speak the language of their master. Okay? Anyway. Like I said, Columbus kept his promise to deliver slaves to the Spanish crown. He took 500 of the strongest island Indians back to Europe with him as slaves. Nearly all of them died en route or shortly thereafter. The crown kept its promise and rewarded Columbus with the title Admiral of the Ocean Sea. But life has its little just rewards too. Just like the elusive Caribbean gold and the way the entire race of the Arawak Indians faded from the earth, so did Columbus's ass. Within 8 years, he was relieved from his post as Admiral of the Sea, returned to Spain in chains and allowed to sink into such profound obscurity that today nobody knows for sure where he was even buried. Think about that. Columbus Day celebrations cover up his navigational incompetence, arrogance, and racial inhumanity. Sounds like Donald Trump to me. What y'all think? Well, this has been another lesson for Black History Month on the channel. I hope y'all appreciate it, because I'm vowed to do one every day. I might miss a day, then I have to replenish because of my health. But I'm trying to do it the best as possible. Okay? I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Thank you. And if you like what you hear, share my channel. Like the channel. And if you want to hear a little bit more political, go to Free Soul with Khadijah, or Mental House TV with Khadijah. And there you can talk about more stuff other than sports. With that being said, family, have a wonderful day. Be blessed. And I'll see you in the next video.